Hi, I'm Mrs. Gochin, the Media Specialist at William Annan Middle School. In this video, I will demonstrate the basic use of the web-based tool NoodleTools to enter citations for your research assignment. Directions can also be found in the NoodleTools user guide, that's the purple handout in your research packet. A link to the NoodleTools guide and to NoodleTools can be found by going to the WAMS Media Center homepage, clicking on the Resources link, and scrolling down to the Online Resources section. So what is it? Well, NoodleTools is a set of research tools. For now, we will use the citation tool for generating and saving citations, and then generating a works cited page from those citations. In this video, you will learn how to enter citations for a database article, a web page, and a print book. Okay, so let's go to NoodleTools. It is found at www.noodletools.com. Or if you forget this address, again remember you can find a link to NoodleTools on the Resources webpage. Once you log in, which I am doing right now, and follow along if you are not already logged in, you will be on the My Project screen. Click on the name of the project you created for this research assignment. If you have not created a new project for this research assignment, stop this video and watch the video logging in and creating a project first, and create your new project in NoodleTools. If you are on the My Project screen, click on the name of the project you created, and you will find yourself on the dashboard screen for this project. If you just created your project, then you are also on the dashboard screen. The dashboard is like the dashboard of a car. It is where you can access all the tools that NoodleTools offers. In this video, we are only going to enter our citations. In other videos, you can learn about the other tools in the NoodleTool research environment. Feel free to explore this dashboard screen on your own when you have time. We will begin by entering citation information for a database article. So turn to your white database citation note sheet number 1. Pause the video until you are ready to continue. Now that we're ready to continue, click on the Sources tab at the top of the screen. This takes us to the MLA Works Cited screen. Click on the Create a New Citation to begin entering citation information for your database article. NoodleTools will ask you 2 questions. The first one is, where is it? We are citing a database article, so we will select Database. The next question NoodleTools asks us is, what is it? Meaning, what type of source did we use from the database? If you are citing a Gale Virtual Reference Library ebook, you would select Book from a database. For the other databases, look at what type of source you circled on your white citation sheet. For instance, on my example, I chose magazine. The type of source, that is Newsweek, was a magazine where my article came from. So in NoodleTools, I would select magazine. Please select the appropriate choice for your article. Could be reference, could be magazine, newspaper, maybe journal, or book. If you are not sure what the type of source is for your database article, you will have to go back to the database, find the article again, and see what the type is. Then select the type of source for your database article and continue in NoodleTools. So I'm going to select magazine. And now I'm on the input screen, and this is where you will fill in the white boxes with the appropriate citation information from your white database citation note sheet. Not all of these fields must be filled in, so only fill in the fields from the white sheet. So let's take a look. The first thing we need is the name of the database. So if I go to my example and look in the chart, I'll see that I checked off the Gale Research in Context. So that is my database. I'll go back to NoodleTools, and a little tip, you don't have to type the name of the database in. Just click this down arrow under My Libraries Databases, find the name of your database, and it will automatically put it in that field for you. We do not need the URL of the database. We didn't collect that information, so we can leave that blank. The next field, most recent date of access. That's when did we look at this database article online. So on our white note sheet, we look at date you accessed or viewed it. And I did it on January 9th, 2017. You should enter in the date that you have on your white sheet right here, month, day, and then type in the year. Okay, the next field is the role field, and in this case, author is our only choice. So we go back to our white note sheet and we look to see if we have an author's name. I do, James Walden. If you don't have an author name, if you wrote none there, then you would just leave these fields blank. Do not put anything in them. But for me, I will enter James into the first name box, Walden into the last name box. There was no middle name, and there's just one author. If you had more than one author, you would click Add Another Contributor, which will give you another set of boxes to fill in with an author's name. Okay, the next field is article title. Again, we look at our sheet. The title of the article for me was Social Phobias in Youth. So I'm just going to copy that, and in article title, Social Phobias in Youth. Make sure NoodleTools gives you little hints to remind you about capitalizing letters in titles and names. The next fields are page numbers. Not all database articles have page numbers, so if yours didn't, just leave it blank. In my case, mine did, pages 45 to 47. So back on the NoodleTools screen, I'll put 45 for the start page and 47 for the end page. One thing I want to point out, make sure you don't hit the backspace key unless your cursor is in a field. That is, you want to be backspacing on a letter. If your cursor is not in a field and you hit backspace, it takes you back one screen and you'll come out of this input screen and you'll have to start all over again. So be careful about that. Okay, now for me, I have to put in magazine information. Yours might say newspaper information or journal information. So you would fill in the appropriate fields for your type of source. I need the name of my magazine. So I'll go back here and look for name of source. And for mine, it was Newsweek. So I'll type in Newsweek. You would type in the name of your magazine or newspaper or journal. I don't have a volume or an issue, but I do have a publication date. Let's see what I had. May 2nd, 2016. So I will click the drop down, May 2nd, 2016. And now I'm done. I filled in all the fields I needed to cite this database article, and I can now click the green Submit button, and that will save this citation on the MLA Works Cited screen, and you can now see it here in MLA format. Some things to point out on this screen. There's an Options drop down here. One of the things you can do is edit this citation. If you click Edit, let me try again. If you click Edit, there we go. It takes you right back to the input screen, and you can make any changes you need to, and then click Submit again. And it will update any changes you made. Okay, the next citation I will demonstrate is entering a web page citation. Now take out your pink web evaluation note sheet and pause the video until you are ready to continue. Okay, so now let's click the Sources tab if you need to get back to the MLA Works Cited screen. Click the Create a New Citation button. For this citation, we will answer the Where is it question by clicking on Website, because we're doing a web citation, and then answer the What is it question by selecting Web Page, because that's what we're citing. Now you're on the input screen again, and you'll do just what you did with the database article citation. You'll fill in these white boxes with information, this time from your pink Web Evaluation Citation sheet. The citation information is the information from the bolded questions that also have an asterisk in front of the number. So 1, 4, 9, 10, and 11. Those have your citation information in them. So let's begin. NoodleTools first wants the URL for the website. It's not required, but it is a good idea to put it in, and we did collect it. Oh, there we go. We did collect it under question number 11. Write down the website URL. So we would just copy this URL and put it into the URL field on NoodleTools. The next field is date of publication. So we look on our web evaluation sheet, and that's going to be question number 4. When was the web page created or last updated? I have a date of 2017. Whatever your date is, that's what you're going to put in for date of publication. So I leave month and day blank because I didn't have those, and I just enter the year. Next question, most recent date of access. And I'm not sure if I put that on here or not. I forgot to write it down, but I'm pretty sure it was yesterday. So that's going to be January 10th, 2017. You may have a different date, so make sure you fill that in. Okay, the next section tells us about the web page. So right now we're looking for an author. So let me go back to my sheet and see. I did not have an author. I had an organization name, so I would leave the author fields blank. If you did have an author that is a real person's name, you would select author under role and then put their name in the first name, middle name, last name fields. The next box is the web page or document article title. So we go back to our citation evaluation sheet. We want the name of the web page. That's question number 9. And the name of my web page was Social Phobia. So that's what I would put into the web page field. Social phobia. Okay. The next field is the name of the website. I look back here, and the website name for mine was Teens Health. So I will fill in Teens Health for the name of the website. And make sure and take a look at the messages NoodleTools gives you. Sometimes they can be helpful. Next field, publisher of the site. That is the organization name. So I go back to my sheet, back up to question 1, and my organization was Nemours Foundation. So for publisher, Nemours Foundation. And make sure to capitalize the name of an organization. I now have all the citation information for my website or web page, so I can click Submit, and you will see now there is my web page citation in NoodleTools in MLA format. Okay, I'm going to end this video because the time is almost up for me here, and then the